You're about to hear a short excerpt from a podcast discussion with Philippa Haynes of Insight 101. If you like what you hear and you want to hear the full podcast, go to Spotify, iTunes, or your favourite podcast platform, or go to humanisethenumbers.online.
I think the word relationship, as you've said, is overused. And we talk about a relationship, and actually breaking that down, I'm not necessarily sure we know what the elements of a relationship are. You know, a lot of the time people are hearing, pick up the phone. And then it's, okay, so I'm picking up the phone, but what do I actually say to this client? You know, it's all very well saying, do it, do it, do it. But actually, if you don't know what the content of that is or what you should be doing, then it's incredibly difficult. So I think a relationship is more about finding the sweet spot for your client that they're really anxious about. And probably it comes from something in your life and from your brand and your story which you were anxious about and you overcame it. And so you are looking for somebody who has a very, very specific need. And this is why I talk about the ideal client a lot. A lot of the time, where you end up spending a lot of your time is based on the mistakes you've made yourself. So to give you an example, I have a client at the moment who basically all of his life, he was never able to make a decision. So he had the decision taken away from him from very early on, and he ended up doing an engineering degree, fell into accounting, didn't really want to, but has obviously learned to love it. But he has now become obsessed with planning. Now, accountants and bookkeepers are all about planning. They're not just about looking behind, they're looking about what's happening now and where they're going. But he is so obsessed about planning because he was never able to do that himself. We've actually pulled together a sort of positioning for him, which is about we will make the necessary steps so you will be able to make the decisions in your life rather than having them made for you. Now, that is a conversation in a relationship. That is we are going to hold your hand and we are going to expand out the various decisions. And for this particular business, it's all about the ripple effect. In each ripple is a plan and a sort of moving towards the end goal. But if you see that relationship is based on something quite visceral, it's based on a nerve, it's based on something that they have identified, probably in themselves, that they want to rectify.